And welcome back, wargame enthusiasts, to Warhammer Epic 40k Final Liberation, where we need to do some housekeeping, basically. So let's do that. But first, so the situation is, I'm not gonna move here because it looks like basically I've got only one regiment left to move. Everybody else moved, and when I moved it here, we suffered tremendous losses, and that may or may not have been shown. The losses were mostly due to air power. The air power was so horrible that I'm just not going to move here unless I have some way to counter it, and I currently don't. I'm not gonna move here because I have a sneaking suspicion that here lays badness. So I'm gonna leave that alone because I think this might be the end game, although I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is it. So this probably means more bad than this. Probably means air power as well. I imagine we'll be encountering that a lot now, which means we'll just be losing units. So instead, I'm just going to end turn. Yes, and we get the cutscene. Hello.
Lord Commander,
Yes, hello.
I have come to this place in order to speak to you where no others might overhear.
Well,
I fear
okay.
Ixtral is not soon defeated you.
Yes.
Suffice it to say, I have served under 2 Lord Commanders militant on a single campaign in the past.
Well, is that like a threat?
I say this not to threaten,
Well,
but to war.
okay. I'm not used to this level of interactivity with you. All right. Well, we're almost bloody there. Like, this is the end game. We're here. I mean, come on. We're doing well. Fuck off. We've been attacking with all of our units basically every single turn, and he's like, oh, this is going too slowly. Jesus. Anyways, so what I'm going to be doing in this video is rebuilding my forces and reorganizing them completely. So if you don't like that sort of thing, you can just skip this video. There's not going to be a battle by the end at the end of it or anything like that. It's just going to be moving my forces around and buying new things and pondering upon their effectiveness. And before we do that, we're just going to save. There we go. So then I can go back and possibly redo stuff. Anyway, so I've got Ivanovich here with a Titan, and that's going to be our main attacking regiment right now because it has a Titan in it. We've got these guys with a bunch of artillery, and that is useless. So we're gonna start doing things I haven't been doing so far, which is selling things. We'll sell these Hellhounds, that gives us a couple of points. Sell these Demolishers, that gives us a couple of points. We will sell these Lehman Russes. That will give us a lot of points. Now what we've got in this regiment is some infantry and lots of artillery. Right. So what we're going to do here is reorganize. This regiment cannot continue its existence in its current form, basically. This regiment needs some stuff to be filled out, but as a whole, it's just this Titan. This regiment is just composed around this Titan, and that means it's pretty effective on its own right now. I mean, unless we get overwhelmed by enemy Titans, that's gonna work out. So these guys need a lot of moving around and possibly selling things. These guys, well, they're far away from the action right now, so we can leave them alone, although we can just right off the bat sell these. There we go. Makes me feel slightly better. Also, we haven't really been getting a lot of use from these guys, so might sell those as well. Basically, we'll be moving this regiment back a little bit in time to its more original form. I guess we could move some of the artillery from the other regiment here. That could work. these are all talons, right? If we sell these, we get like 10 points or something, so I don't know if that's worth it. So the chimeras probably get to more. Yeah, and we could put a lot of things here, including an anti-aircraft gun. Although, as we saw, those aren't too effective. We can get aircraft here, even though it doesn't say what we can get here. It doesn't have like a limitation like tanks only or something. So it's kind of weird that we can't get everything there. We've got these guys, the Volisted Iron Lords. They've got this regiment, which can take some infantry. They can take some infantry, and they can take some tanks. Tanks including, well, they can get super heavies. They can get a Leviathan at most. Obviously, no Titans. I guess they can get the anti-aircraft gun, which might be useful for them, actually. But we've got 755 points, which is a lot. I mean, it's actually Titan. I mean, we could buy a Titan, couldn't we? Well, we need to buy a regiment if we wanted to buy a Titan. If we buy a regiment, that's gonna be 150 points. Yeah, it's 200 points, something that can insert the Titan. 400, 300, yeah. 150 is the smallest amount so far. I can get that. That's 100 points. That's 200, 150, 100. No. So the cheapest would be this for 100 points. Basically, we get 2 Titan spots and 2 tank spots, which we're not going to fill in, I think. Let's do that. Do that, I said. And we can get a Warlord Titan, which we are going to get. There we go. Now this regiment can do something against the enemy without suffering the losses to its major unit. Everything else now became irrelevant. So what we can do... So they have this infantry here, the heavies, they've got their chimeras, they've got some artillery, they've got their death strikes. We could just completely remove this regiment. We could dismember or disband all of this regiment for all I care. And we'd be only left with something very simple here. Like that. Like that. I honestly don't know if we need that here, though. We could move this out of the regiment and somewhere else. Because this is really for fighting Titans, mostly, really. That's what I'm planning to use them for, and they're not going to be useful here in this capacity right now. We could move these, and we could move these. So we get 1 infantry unit and 2 artillery units that we can distribute. Alright. Where could we put them? I guess we could put them here. We could give these guys some artillery. They would be very similar units then. We could put an artillery unit here, or we could put the missiles here. So these guys would also have a fighting chance against enemy titans, which I also believe they will be encountering once they step into this island. These guys, it's hard to say how they would fare. I mean, on one hand, they still have a lot of road to traverse there. On the other hand, well, I don't know what's here. I don't think here is Titan territory yet, so I think we're kind of safe-ish moving down here. And, well, if they encounter something, they might get destroyed, whatever. Decisions. Yeah. Well, let's take this apart. We don't actually have to make this decision just yet. I'm going to take this apart. There we go. There we go. Oh, actually it goes here. Company 1, Company 2. Titan and its friends. Okay, more Ivanoviches. Okay. Gracchus, Eberhard, Horgrol, Hadrian, and Stephanos. Stephanos, I suppose. I suppose that's Greekish. Yeah, I'm not really going to do anything with those. I think we can only start reassigning those things, yeah, next turn. That's fine. If we encounter heavy resistance here on the next turn, then I guess we're just going to have to reload or something. Alright, so these guys, they are significantly boosted. These guys are not. They need their infantry back online. I can't really buy anything else for that, so I guess I could do that. There we go, that leaves us with 5 resources. Good job. This looks almost comical with its lack of anything. That I can sell because it's the only one. Oh shit. Well, can I scrounge 20 resources from somewhere? That's the question. I guess I could sell something here. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Let's sell that. Let's sell that. I'm gonna put other stuff in here. Because these guys, seriously though, they do need some sort of artillery. They might also need some sort of infantry, but all we can get right now is stuff we don't want. But next turn they could get some proper infantry. Alright, so that's that. We've got 2 Titan units, one a little weaker one with Ivanovich, but this is going to be significantly reinforced next turn. We've got this unit. This unit still hasn't got anti-aircraft capability though, which sucks. I mean, actually this unit has more anti-aircraft capability because it has just fewer things that can be destroyed by aircraft. These guys though, if we send them into battle right like this right now, they're just gonna get slaughtered. Like, we're just gonna continue losing these units. I'm actually tempted to remove this regiment and just leave the Titan and see what happens. I might actually do that and then reload if it fails spectacularly. Okay, these guys can just move. And these guys can maybe also just move. If aircraft appears for any of them right now, except for this one, they are screwed. I'm gonna think about further weakening this one so that we don't lose so many units and just move them in here. It would be funny. So, whatever. Maybe I can remove these units for the duration of the battle and then put them back in afterwards. Maybe that will work. We'll see. Alright, but that's that for the units. We got 2 Titan units. This unit is mostly unchanged. We removed some units that we weren't really using, and then we moved these units. We didn't do anything. We're going to give them some more artillery where we can. We're going to give the Volstant Iron Lords the heavy missiles, and we're going to continue pressing forward. We're going to try and buy Titans where we can, I think, or at least Leviathan, stuff like that, stuff that can handle enemy air attacks and enemy units. And hopefully we can also start getting some anti-aircraft stuff here and there, but it's not that effective, so I'm kind of worried about spending money on it without it paying off. Yeah, but that's that. We're all reorganized, at least temporarily. All of our units are temporarily weakened, so I'm sure the next battle will be fantastic. Yeah, and I'll see you guys when I actually do something with these forces. See you then.